Did you know the Spanish-American War basically started because Teddy Roosevelt wanted an adventure? And lucky for him, America had newspapers ready to sell one. In the late 1890s, Spain was barely hanging on to its empire, and Cuba was trying to break free. The US had no real reason to get involved until the press stepped in. Publishers William Randolph Hearst and Joseph Pulitzer started printing wild stories about Spanish atrocities in Cuba, many of them exaggerated or just plain made up. It was called yellow journalism, fake news before the internet. One editor famously told a photographer, "You furnish the pictures, and I'll furnish the war." And boy, did they. Then came the spark. The US battleship USS Maine mysteriously exploded in Havana Harbor. No one really knew why, but the newspapers immediately blamed Spain. Headlines screamed, "Remember the Maine, to hell with Spain." Within weeks, America was itching for a fight. Enter Theodore Roosevelt, Assistant Secretary of the Navy, Harvard graduate, and a man who drank coffee like it owed him money. When his boss stepped out for a day, Teddy basically said, "Cool, I'm in charge now," and ordered Admiral Dewey to prepare for war in the Philippines. He didn't ask for permission, he just did it. And somehow it worked. Once war broke out, Roosevelt quit his cushy Washington job and formed his own volunteer cavalry. The Rough Riders, a mix of cowboys, Ivy Leaguers, and guys who looked like they'd lost bar fights with horses. They trained in Texas, went to Cuba, and immediately got stuck in the wrong place without their horses. But they still charged up San Juan Hill, guns blazing, in one of the most famous moments of the war. Teddy led from the front, literally shouting orders while bullets tore through the jungle. He came out a national hero, got promoted to colonel, and eventually rode that wave all the way to the White House. And the war itself? It lasted barely 4 months. The US crushed Spain, took control of Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines, and suddenly found itself with an overseas empire, all because a few newspapers wanted headlines, and one over-caffeinated future president wanted a story to tell. The Spanish-American War made America a global power, and made Teddy Roosevelt a legend. He didn't just talk softly and carry a big stick. He yelled, charged a hill, and made everyone else carry the stick for him. Now you know, smart history odd for dumb times. If you like this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.